Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Onslow County of a massive fire at a hog farm that has claimed over 1,000 hogs. Onslow County officials say the call came in at around 7 a.m. Sunday at a farm off of Kinston Highway near Richlands. Crews say they saw the building up in flames when they arrived. Between 1,300 and 1,400 hogs were reportedly inside the farm. Officials say all the hogs were killed in the fire. Now, the cause of that fire is currently under investigation. We are working to get additional details, and we will share that information when it becomes available. Now, we also want to turn our attention to the partial government shutdown that is now going to be impacting the federal government until a resolution can be passed. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has more.
This morning, a partial government shutdown is entering its third day. Democrats refusing to fund the Department of Homeland Security for President Trump's ongoing immigration enforcement policies after American citizens were shot dead in Minneapolis.
We've drawn a hard line in the sand on behalf of the American people.
Among the reforms Democrats want, a uniform code of conduct for ICE operation. ICE agents stop wearing face masks and obtain warrants signed by a judge before making arrests. The president has no make any concessions.
We'll see what happens. We always have to protect our citizens.
For now, Democrats holding firm. Over the weekend, former President Obama speaking out about ICE in a new podcast interview.
So the rogue behavior of agents of the federal government is deeply concerning and dangerous.
DHS is a sprawling department with more than 200,000 employees. It includes ICE, but also other critical agencies like FEMA, the Coast Guard, and the TSA. Those employees will be required to work without pay during a shutdown, though ICE has already received $75 billion last year through what President Trump called his big, beautiful bill.
They're not stopping ICE from doing their job. All this is a political theater.
The nation's airports now bracing for potential travel delays if the shutdown drags on. The last one lasted 43 days, and some unpaid TSA employees called out from work, creating massive delays nationwide.
You can only plan so far ahead before food starts going bad, or how many cups of ramen soup am I going to feed my kids?
Roberto Echeverria is a TSA officer in Salt Lake City.
Instead of us focusing 100% on national security, we're having to focus on where our next paycheck is going to come from.
And again, that was Gabe Gutierrez report. We now want to turn our attention to your weather forecast. Right now, we've got windy conditions. I think that's what most people can take away when they step outside and kind of experience what we've got going on across eastern North Carolina. And it's cloud cover. The rain showers that were here last night have now pulled off the coast, and we're now looking at drier weather as we head through several days. Of course, the cloud cover doesn't really suggest that we're going to be dry anytime soon. Not to worry, these are the backside, clouds from the backside of the low pressure system that right now is pulling its way to the Atlantic. So for us, we will gradually see clearing skies. I think more of the clearing is going to happen overnight tonight into tomorrow. But alas, if you see maybe a few sun breaks later on today, you'll understand why. Hey, we've got some more coming up tomorrow. Right now, 48 degrees in New Bern, feels like 42 thanks to a northerly breeze blowing in at about 15 miles an hour. It is windy no matter where you go in the east. Right now, it's generally between around 10 to 20 miles an hour sustained. Folks along the coast, a little bit of a higher breeze. We'll get to those numbers coming up in just a few moments. Now, Greenville, 45 degrees, feels like 37, thanks to a breeze at 16 miles an hour. Air temperatures around the east in the 40s. The closer you get to the Virginia line, the cooler your air temps are. Right now, looking at the low 40s of Roanoke Rapids, Ahoskie, Elizabeth City, and Manio. Well, even Cape Hatteras right now in the low 40s. But as you head further south, you're seeing more of the mid 40s around the 264 corridor, and then the upper 40s for areas south of that. 48 degrees right now in Jacksonville, New Bern, Kinston, and Kenansville, with 47 showing up in Oriental as well. Now, I'm reading these off as like these are warm temperatures. They're not. They're really not. We are going to be staying a little bit below our seasonal average today, and the winds are only going to help with that chill. But winds going quiet tonight. We'll swing around to the south-southwest by tomorrow and bring about a nice little warm-up as we head through the middle portion of this week, even tail end of this week. We are going to be warming up. So air temperatures right now, pretty much the coolest we are going to see for a 10 o'clock reading over the next several days. But winds, again, 15 miles an hour average across the east, looking at a 21 mile an hour sustained breeze in Manio. It is windy, and it will stay windy through the afternoon. Highs getting into the low 50s later on today. Certainly not a super warm day by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, staying around 5 to 7 degrees cooler than our seasonal average. But then, this evening, those clouds start to clear. Winds go calm. That will allow those winds to pick back up out of the southwest coming in tomorrow. Now, early tomorrow morning, anticipating some fog across parts of the east. Not going to be everywhere, but I certainly think many inland areas are going to have some visibility concerns early tomorrow morning. Gone by the time we reach around 10, and after that we are looking at sunny skies for the rest of the day. Highs getting into the low 60s tomorrow afternoon. Going to be very comfortable under those sunny conditions, but we've got even warmer weather for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You're a fan of above average temperatures and you're a fan of just heat in general, we've got a forecast for you. Now, it does look like we will be seeing some upper level thin clouding overhead on Wednesday. Sunshine should be able to make it through some of those clouds, but again, I'm not looking again. The type of sky conditions we're going to have tomorrow, those will not repeat on Wednesday. Now, Thursday, cloud cover will start to get a little bit lower, and that will bring about an opportunity for a few raindrops. We'll see another chance of some rain on Friday, but most of the rain we are going to be tracking this week rolls in Saturday night into Sunday as a cold front moves through, potentially giving us some thunderstorms coming up for this upcoming weekend. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday. We'll see you back here at 11.